it do, y'all? What it do? We
What's
back with
good? What it do,
episode.
man?
What
What
it
it do? What
do?
it do?
We back with episode for today. Today we really gonna give y'all like our top 10 players going into next season, like to kind of start the season off. No injured players are on this list, so um, other than that, we can get right into it.
Yeah, we're just gonna go over it from 10 to 1. We should go on from 10 to 1, going through our top 10 players each. Let's just start it off. What you got at number 10?
At number 10, I have the light skinned assassin Curry.
Steph Curry at number 10. I got Jalen Brunson at number 10. Why
Okay,
don't you put
okay,
Curry at
okay.
number 10?
You say what's my reasoning to have Curry at number 10?
Yeah,
Because like I love our generation. Well, first of all, Curry coming off of 24, 4 and 6, still decent numbers to his for that season. But really, it was necessary off the fact that the guys that I have above him, I feel like they're just at this moment right now, and of what the trajectory of where Curry's career is going, they're just better than him right now. I don't necessarily mean as in stuff like Curry's getting worse or anything like that, because he's still efficient, he's still effective. But I feel like the players that I have above him, it's their time to take over. In these last two seasons, they kind of prove like, okay, the old head's still here, but hey, it's time for us to take off now. So yeah, I'm gonna start off with having Curry at my 10.
Curry at 10. Okay, all right, that makes sense. I mean, I feel like I feel like he's a little bit higher, but 10's not a bad number for Stephen Curry. I had Jalen Brunson at my number 10, just because compared to the other top 10 players, I still don't think he's done it long enough or better than the other players ahead of him. But I still think he's top 10 in the league. He had a great run last season, getting this team to the conference finals for the first time since '99, I think it was.
Yes, sir.
And they they depend on his offense a lot. New York, I mean, they depend on his offense a lot. He averaged, I think, about like 27 to 28 last season or something like that.
26.
26 around there. Yeah. So I think Jalen Brunson, he's etched himself as a top. Well, the point guard competition is pretty heavy now, but he's definitely a top 5 point guard and a top 10 player in the NBA, in my opinion. But I think the other guys ahead of him are just still a little bit better than him, just in terms of consistency. I think putting them in the game, though, Jalen Brunson could compete with any of them in terms of numbers, except for like my top two.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay. I like that. I like that. That's a valid reasoning. Um, I think at the standpoint of now, having Brunson where you have him is not bad. But I think like, that range of 7 to 10, that's like the perfect range for Brunson, like going into this NBA season. So that's not a bad spot for him.
Yeah, I mean, he could fall out in 11. He wasn't that close. Nah, I definitively had him at a top 10, to be honest. The only other honorable mention I could think of was Jalen Brunson and not Jalen Brunson, Jalen Brown and Anthony Davis. Those are the other two I could think of. But
Okay, so
besides
are we
that,
gonna go after we're gonna do honorable mentions like when we get to the end?
um, we could do it probably at the end. Yeah, we could talk
Okay.
about it like before we get to our top, before we get to our number one for the most part.
Okay, okay. So at my number 9 spot, this is gonna catch a lot of people off guard. And really the concept of my list, I really made it more the fact of like going into the season. My list can change in 2, 3 weeks, but this is more of the fact of kind of like how the season ended last year and kind of how I expect you to come into this year. So that's kind of what my list is kind of trajectorizing of. But at my number 9 spot, a lot of people might not agree with me on this, but I threw Pablo Banchero in there at my number 9 spot.
Look, Pablo's top 10 for you coming into the season.
Yes, sir. And I'm gonna tell you why. He was averaging 25, 7 and 4 last season, and I think a lot of people fair to realize that he missed a lot of time last year. I think I'll pull that up if I'm not mistaken. I think he played like 40 games last year, if I'm not mistaken, maybe a little bit more. I'm not 100% sure, but I know he missed some time.
46 games last season. Yeah.
Yeah, and in those 46 games, like I just seen nothing but production, consistency, um, and I just seen just I think Pablo has the keys the to be a top 10 player. Like through the full year. And to touch on what you said the other day, I think he has potential to be a top two power forward, depending who's in your power forward list, especially with this season with Tatum being down. So it's really kind of a toss up for that second spot. But yeah, I have Pablo coming in at my nine. Really just like I say, because I think he got better offensively last year, so I think he gets better. I think he gets offensively even better this year. I think he got better defensively last year too, and I think he started to kind of play make more and kind of get the ball out and facilitate last year. So yeah, I have him at my nine coming into this season.
Yeah, Paulo Banchero, it wouldn't surprise me if he ended up in the top 10 players this by the end of the season. Like I said, he's really, really good as a player. I think he has the talent and skill set in order to become a top 10 player. He just has to put that consistency in. He averaged about 26 a game last season, 45, 32, 72 splits, which is pretty good for a power forward for the most part. And I think it can improve as time goes on. So top 10 isn't really that crazy for me to see him as in that sense. But for my number nine, I actually had LeBron James at number nine.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, even still in year 22, 23, he's in right now. I still think LeBron James is top 10 player, but I think this probably is going to be the last season he's going to be in there because I mean, if anything, he could probably fall off mid-season, honestly, because I
Yep.
mean,
Yep.
we we've asked enough for LeBron. Like we've asked enough. He's given us over 25 points a game for the last every season since his rookie season, to be honest. So like expecting, well, except for last season where he averaged 24 a game, but still, you know, expecting LeBron to go out there with another 27, 7 and 7 type of season. Like, I don't need that from LeBron no more. We've had 23 seasons of that. We had 23 seasons of it. I don't think he need. I don't think he's really. I don't even think he has a drive to do that anymore. He's
I
getting
think
pretty
he has
close
the
to his
drive to do
retirement.
that. I think he's worried about the younger heads now. I think he's worried about getting them ready and showing their potential now.
Exactly, yeah. So I don't think LeBron's gonna really do anything crazy this season. He's probably gonna be like 23, 22 a game or something like that.
Yep.
But I still think, you know, he's better. He's still like watching him on the court, I still think he plays basketball better than a
A
lot
lot.
of other players
Yeah.
or like eight others in the league, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm still put him as a top 10 player, but I don't think he's gonna try for like to play like he's a top 10 player. I think he's gonna, take the back seat this season for Luca, if anything, or just because he's close to his retirement.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's just about a valid spot. I think LeBron now into his career, I think he deserves like those kind of last two spots. And if you that type of person, honorable mention. Like I'm gonna keep it real. He made it at 11 for me. He was my honorable mention. Like he
Yes,
was
and
my
say
first honorable mention before anybody. So LeBron made it at 11. So yeah, yeah, it's kind of hard with LeBron just because of the fact, like you say, like he's still damn near better than majority of the league. You see what I'm saying? IQ wise, he might not score as good as everybody else, but he still impacts the game better than majority of a lot of people in the NBA. So having him at your nine, it's not bad at all. Not bad at all.
yeah. So
At my number eight, I have the man himself, Kevin Durant.
boom, same. I have the same spot. I have him at the same
Um,
spot.
with Kevin Durant, him coming off a 26, 6, and 2 season and shooting 51% from the field, that's what really kept him on the list with me. Like you shooting 51% from the field on 20% on 26 points per game, and you're getting older doing that. And I think KD just gonna always be just a top 10 player just because his scoring. Who can stop him? You know what I'm saying? So I think I don't. It's nothing to really touch too much on why I have him at eight, but I think he's still I think he's above Curry just because of the fact it's just like he's just such an assassin, and it's just like he's just I don't know. It's not too much to really speak on with Katie, but I have Katie at my eight.
Right, yeah. KD, I mean, he's still one of the best scorers in the NBA right now. I mean, even though, yeah, he hasn't had a scoring title since 2014 when he won MVP, he's still always been like the best or top two scorer, at least in the league at the time. I mean, it goes beyond just the points per game for me. It's, just how efficient he is. Like just look at these numbers. I mean, 50, I mean, 50-40 splits, 50-40 shooting splits in last season, 50-40 shooting splits in 2024, 2023, 56-40%, 2022, 52%, 38%, 21, 53-45. 2019, 50-35. It's like you just keep seeing 50% at least from the field goal percentage standpoint. I know we moved on from it and went to true shooting percentage, but it's still impressive as hell that he is consistently making more shot, like, making more than half of the shots he takes on the field and everything, even at the age of, he's about to be 37 at the end of this season. So even at this age, he's still putting out very efficient scoring numbers. He's still 6'11", can still shoot over everybody. He it's crazy because he hasn't, like, you could tell he's slowing down, but he ain't really slowing down like that. Like the way you think he would. He's still over 25 a game since his rookie season, just like LeBron. And it's he I think he yeah, no, I think he's gonna finish his career. He probably will finish his career over 25 a game. It's like his last season might be over 25 points per game and everything like that. So I think that'll be good on its own for Kevin Durant. He's number 8 in terms of the top 10 players for me. So we can just step it up on that. Yeah, we both have Kevin Durant at number 8. We can move on to number 7 with this one. Number 7. For number 7 for me, just above Kevin Durant was his former teammate Stephen Curry. I know you had him at number 10. I have him a little higher still, just because he's still the best 3-point shooter in the NBA right now. He is let me just pull up some numbers from Stephen Curry because he is from an all-time standpoint, it's more than just he's the greatest. He is the best player in NBA history that can get you 3 points. Like if you need 3 points, Steph Curry is the best player in the NBA history to do that. And
Yep.
nothing much is different in year, what is it, 16 in his career right now.
Yep.
He's still, like, last season was the first season since this East season he was injured that he averaged under 40% from 3-point range. And it
Yep.
was at 39.7%. So it goes to show how great this man of a shooter is. I mean, we
Yep.
all know this already, but I still think people love using the word gravity with Steph Curry, but it's true. His gravity
His gravity is so crazy. Like
is crazy.
it's
Like, and
too
it
crazy.
still
Like
shifts the offense it still shifts the offense, or shifts the defense in such a way that they have to strain themselves. They have to stretch themselves thin in order to make sure that not only he's covered, but all the other backdoor cuts going on is still covered at the same time. I don't think
yep.
that's ever gonna go away in his career just because of how good of a shooter he is. So I still, his value from that standpoint is still high for me. It's high enough for me to put him at number 8 above KD and LeBron and Brunson. But yeah,
Are
we
you
know
mad?
he's still like starting to slow down and everything. But yeah, Stephen Curry, I have him at number 8 for the most part on that one.
You mean 7?
Or 7, sorry, yeah, my
I
bad.
lost track a little bit too.
Yeah.
So at my 7, I have Jalen Brunson, and Jalen Brunson, he really worked his way into my 7, and with Brunson too, his stats last year was 26, 2, and 7. Brunson really worked his way up into my 7. Like if you would have asked me this last year coming into the season, Brunson wouldn't have been in my 7. But I think this year alone, like now I seen it more than just the year before and the year before that with that little sample size. Now I was able to see it. Jalen Brunson got it. Like I can't even lie. He has it. Like the way he just puts the ball in the basket, to stay calm as he puts it in the basket. Like he's one of the best scorers in the league for sure right now. Like he could just go out there and get you a bucket. Defensively, he still has a lot to work on, but he's definitely a bucket. And I think coming into this year, he can definitely solidify himself at that, 7, 8 range, really depending on where you want to put him. So yeah, I have Brunson at my 7. I think he can take the Knicks to the next level,
Mm,
next level, which is a championship. So I have Brunson at my 7 coming into this season.
yeah, Brunson, yeah, his bag would still go crazy. So I mean, I feel like he could still compete with any of the top 10 players, like I said. So Brunson, yeah, he's a good pick for pick with number 7. He, I don't think I mentioned it my first time. I still think his size still limits him, even though like he was able to do what he did last season. I still think the size limits what he could potentially do or what the others could do over him, like the others in the top 10, I should say. So like because he's 6'1", he can't really shoot over people like KD or do other things players I'm about to mention, coming up ahead. So number 7, I was number 7. Yeah, number 7, you had not Anthony Edwards, Jalen Brunson, and I had Steph Curry at number 7 as well. Number 6, moving on. I think I just said it already, Anthony Edwards. I know at my number 6 spot.
Yes, sir. I see where you going with your list already. I see where you going.
Yeah, yes,
I see
sir.
exactly where you're going. And I think we're going the same way right now.
Okay, all right. All right. We're gonna see how this goes on with the say less. Yeah, I got Anthony Edwards at my number 6 right now. Anthony Edwards. I mean, Anthony Edwards should easily be top 5, top 3, man. But he just, not that he doesn't care about the game of basketball, but he don't have as much passion into it as the other stars in the NBA do. Like I remember, I'll never forget. I think his rookie season or sophomore season, he talking about if something about if an NFL team signs him, he'll go for them or something like that, or he could play in the NFL if he wanted
Yeah, he
to
said if he won a
or something like
championship,
that.
he'll go
And
play
it's like,
football.
that's cool. It's it's a great feat that he's like such a multifaceted athlete like that. But in terms of being like face of the league, it's clear that he don't really care too much about it compared to like the other players we have right now. So
Mhm.
I don't think he's ever really gonna get that much potential, get that high in the rankings just off the fact that he ain't really gonna try to. But even with the talent he has already and the level of care and effort he has already, he's still crazy. I mean, he's modern Jordan. He's
Yep.
modern Jordan, man.
Yep.
Like this man Anthony Edwards. He's modern Jordan with a strap. This man Anthony Edwards, like people don't really realize, he's one of the best shooters in the NBA right now.
And he
Like,
can play defense.
and he could play some defense too. You know what I mean? And he got like a 40 vert, bro. Like I always said, the most deadliest combination you can have in the NBA is being able to finish over everybody and shoot anywhere, bro.
That
And
man's
I know
literally
that
like
sounds
that's the
obvious.
definition of a elite 3 level scorer. Like,
And I know it feels obvious to say, but like you'd be surprised how rare that combination is. Like, well, Stephen Curry, he's the greatest shooter ever,
yeah,
but
people don't
he's pretty
understand how
decent at
rare that
finishing.
combination is. Like, some players might have
Hmm.
good inside game with a good midi, but the three is mid. You got some people with a good
Exactly.
three, good midi, but can't drive. Ant can drive,
Exactly.
got a good
Hmm.
midi, and shoot the three. So that's a real elite
We
three
all know
level
with Russell
scorer.
Westbrook, a player like Russell Westbrook, we all know the one thing that he needed was to be able to shoot the basketball consistently, man, and he would have been the deadliest player in the NBA.
One of the deadliest players in the NBA. But that's what comes with the players who go to the hole, really. And is like I say, Ant is really one of the first players who's a slasher and a sharp, if you want to say it like that.
I mean, yeah, no, seriously, like a true build of both of them, man. And I think Anthony Edwards is beyond just he makes his 3 pointers. Nah, he is like he is taking threes. He is taking threes that like you're like someone who's like 35% would not be able to make.
Exactly.
The way he's able to shoot, I mean, and his 3 point shooting, like, yeah, it dipped his field goal percentage down a little bit, but then that's why we moved on to stats like true shooting percentage, where you can see his true shooting percentage is damn near 60%, and he's taking over, I think, 20 shots a game. Yeah, 20 shots a game for the most part. This
Yep.
man Anthony is cold. It is cold as fuck, bro. He got
Yeah, he
every move
cold
in his
blooded.
bag, looking like Jordan out there with the twists and turns and everything. So
He cold blooded.
I think he's got to be number 6. I think he's above. I think just last season, in my opinion, he surpassed Steph Curry. Not, and it's not Curry's fault because he got injured and everything. But I still think Anthony Edwards, he kind of took himself to that level, even though he didn't have the best Western Conference performance in the Western Conference Finals. I still think even like through all the series beforehand, he was killing it out there, man.
Yep.
He was
Yep.
killing it.
Yep. Um, that's a hey, like you say, he could be top 5, he could be top 3. It's all depending on your list. But that's not a bad spot for him at all. Like you say, he could be higher, but he definitely can't be lower. So um
Yeah.
At my six, the only reason this player is at the six is because I haven't seen it fully yet. I have Wimby at my six.
Mm,
Just because of the fact Wimby didn't play all of last year.
yeah, that's kind of low. It's kind of low in my
I
opinion,
know
but
that's low for him,
keep going.
but keyword, but he might be number one by the end of the year. It's just for right now, because I haven't seen it. Because what I've been seeing from preseason right now, how he's been playing, Wemby might be number one, best player in the year, best player in the world after this year. The man's using his body. I just seen him. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's the dude, the center off of the Pacers, their backup. The man Wemby went in his chest. Like you never, Wemby went in his chest. Man,
Yeah, I seen that.
Wemby looked like he put it together. And even when he was hurt last year before he went down, he was averaging 24, 11, and 3 with I think 5 blocks or maybe like 4.5, so technically 5. So he definitely could be higher, like you say. He's going to be higher. But just off of the fact of the consistency of doing it and how long you have done it, the guys that I have ahead of him, I just can't call him yet over them because they've been doing this for the consistency of it. So Wemby will definitely probably be a top two, top three, maybe number one by All Star break for me. But for right now, I have to put him at six. No disrespect to him, he's not a top six talent, but as in putting it out there and showing me the guys that I have above him, they're showing me, okay, we have done it year in, year out, year in, year out. Wimpy, you just, not just doing it, but last year that injury kind of set it back because now it's like, damn, how he would have finished that last half of the year. So yeah, that's why I have Wimpy at my six. And then the way he's able to rim protect and his gravity he has on the court, he has his own gravity on the court now. Basically, he stops everything from coming to the paint. Like I never seen a player who literally puts fear in the other player of coming down the hole. Like, damn, Wimmy's down there. Do we have a better chance of
Yeah,
making
people
this
don't want to
three
drive
pointer?
on him.
Yeah, like niggas thinking like, do we have a better chance of making this 3 pointer or making this layup on
Exactly.
Wimby? So that's like his defense alone carries him in the top 10. Like off of that alone, his presence, his gravity puts him in the top 10. And once he puts it all together, he should be number one or top three at least.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, his defense, Wemby, I mean, and apparently he grew an inch over the offseason as
Yeah, I
well. He's
seen that.
like 7'5"
If
or
that's
something.
if that listen, if that's real, that's crazy.
Crazy.
That
Is
is
this
crazy,
real?
man.
A guy like him getting another growth spurt? Nah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's just
yeah,
straight up unfair. I think he's now officially 7'3", 7'4". But yeah, nah, Wemby being 7'4", 7'5", being like 7'4" now. I think defense. Every D point in his career is his to lose for the most part. Just like you said, off the presence of him being inside that paint at 7'5". Yeah, you literally seen teams going inside with a good look inside, but Wemby's right behind them, so they decide to just take it outside to the 3-point line and everything.
exactly. I done seen people stop a fast break because he's standing in the paint. So, yeah,
Exactly, man. So he he don't even need to be blocking shots out there for people to really feel his presence because they know how easily he can get to the block. They know how easily he can get to the the square. I forgot what the square area is called, but like not but like the paint area basically,
yeah,
and ha- basically swat your shot away. Even on help side, like when he's on help side, he can still get over to the other block and
exactly. Yep.
and shit for the most part. Defense, that's just defensively, man. Offensively, like sky's the limit for him. Like we're seeing him right now. Like he's moving like he's a forward out there, but he's freaking 7'5". My only issue with him, um, is that I feel like he should, and I think he's starting to learn that this season, which is really, really dangerous. I think he should kind of play it like remember that he is 7 for 5, which means that, sometimes the easiest play for the Spurs to run is just him being inside, throwing it high for him to catch, and him just turning around and shooting it over to people.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times, like that play that they could run circles around that play enough to where the other defense will have to adjust and start double teaming him inside there. That's when I feel more comfortable with him taking that, that pop out, mid range or step back threes and stuff like that because they're guarding so much inside. But if he could if he could use his potential with his height to just straight up dominate players inside, and like I said, we're starting to see it this preseason. We just seen him shoulder check a dude inside the paint to finish inside like that.
Yep.
If he can dominate himself inside like that, then y'all won't even realize how much it'll open up his mid range and 3 point game because they'll be so worried about that they'll actually start sacking off him to let him shoot that shit, and
Yep.
it's gonna be crazy. At that point, it's just a matter. It's a buffet of scoring for him. Like it could just pick and choose. What do you
Yep.
want to do? You want to keep going inside or just shooting outside and everything like that? And
Yep.
him being 7'5", I think I saw him take 4 dribbles from getting the rebound and going to the other side of the paint to be able to finish the play. I think I saw him take 4 dribbles on some Giannis shit, and it I don't really see any game plan to stopping him, to be honest. Like you'd have to reinvent a guy like Chris Stapps in order to get someone to stop him, if you ask me, man. So we can go on to number 5 for our top players. Number 5 for me, as my partner reconnects right now, is what do you know, Victor Wembanyama. So I'll just pick up off of what he was talking about before. He last season he averaged 24, 11 rebounds, and 3.8 blocks. He's been leading the league in blocks ever since he got in the league. So I think he's still going to be able to do the same thing this coming up season. Probably get to like 4 point something, 4.2 or something like that, right? And surprisingly, he's also been averaging 1 point something steals, so that helps out a little bit as well. But the main thing I'm looking at right now is his shooting. Like I said, if he could cut back a little bit on the shooting from outside, shooting from 3 point range, and utilize his height at 7'4", 7'5", or whatever to dominate that paint inside. It's really gonna open up for him from that point. I'm just talking about him. I'm going over my point again about him being 7'5". Yeah, if he could just cut back down on the 3 point shooting, because last season he took 9 3 pointers. He took 9 3 pointers a game. I think only Edwards and Stephen Curry took more 3 point attempts last season than him in terms of
Yeah, like Wemby shouldn't be shooting. Yeah, Wemby should not be shooting 9 3 pointers a game.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm sure he was doing that to get comfortable with 3 point shooting and everything like that. Considering I don't think there's another season in his career he'd be able to do something like this. Like shooting as many threes as he can. But now that he's gotten that under his belt, now he can dial that back down to like a cool 4 or 5 a game or something like that. Probably 4 or 3, closer to like Jokic numbers. And still make them at a good efficiency. We still need him to make it, but if he can cut that back and convert a lot of those 3 point attempts to more inside the paint 2 point attempts, yeah, nah. The dominance is gonna be crazy because
It's gonna be yeah.
nobody like we're seeing it, bro. Nobody is tall enough to be able to contest a shot like him. And the saving grace he had before was that people were physical enough to throw him off his balance. But this season, now that he's shoulder checking people inside in order to get inside, I don't know how much more effective it's going to be. I mean,
Yep.
without the rest calling it a foul or something like that.
Yep.
So numbers wise, I project he's probably going to average like 20. I think he's probably going to average at least 27 a game and 11 boards, 4 blocks. The field goal percentage and everything is probably going to go up as well. Free throw percentage is also great, and that's one thing we don't give enough credit for centers nowadays. He's shooting 83% from the field from free throw line, and at 7'5". There's lots of 6'11" guys who can't even shoot 53% from the field for the most, or
Yep.
63. You know, so good props to him on that. I think Wemby is just going to be number 1 in the league very very soon, like very very soon. It's not. It's probably going to be next. It's probably going to be next season, faster than we expected.
Yeah. Very, very soon.
Now, same reasoning as you. I just need to see a little more of it. So he's not number 5 for me right now.
Yep. That's all it is. Now to get into my top five. At my number 5 spot, I got Baby Jordan, Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. Okay, I see. I see
And
you kind of flip on that.
yeah, I have Anthony Edwards really at my 5, really to state back to really what I said, which is a part of he's done it more than Wemby. You know, getting his team to two conference finals. Um, basically being one of basically being the best shooting guard in the league for what we can give him the last 3 years, 2.5 maybe. I don't know how much you want to go back and date that to. I say really 2023. Yeah, so if you want to date it back to that. So and just what he's able to do on the court, the way he's able to just change the basketball game. Like it's like, okay, my team can be down, put let's put it on Ant. He gonna get it done. And it's like, and he knows how to play under pressure. You know how to play under that. I think he loves that the most out of everything. And I think now coming into the season where it's kind of like, what are we expecting to see out of Minnesota? I think he has that, honestly, respectfully, I think he has that 30 point a game type season this year. I
Okay,
think he
all
can
right.
average a 30 points a game because now I think off of last year, it was really trials and tribulation with that 3 point shot. But now I think he really got it down. I think he really can shoot that three ball. And like we say, he's a one, probably the best three level scorer in the NBA, like who could do it efficiently and do it consistently. So
Mhm.
yeah, I have N at my five. I think this is gonna be a great season for him. I think team wise, I think his team kind of falls off, but I think with them falling off, he goes up. So I think Anthony Edwards have a crazy season. I have him at my five spot.
Yeah, I can see his scoring production go up as well. I didn't mention that in my point. I can see his scoring production going up as well to like 28, 29, probably 30 a game. He hasn't done that in his career yet, but I'm sure he's gonna have like a few 30 a game seasons in his career if he plays the way he's playing right now, to be honest.
Yep.
Like like you said, man, he's one of the best three level scorers in the league right now. He can do it from pretty much everywhere on the court at a very high level for the most part. And it's just a matter of how much effort he's going to put in for all these games
Yep.
this season. You know,
Yep. And the crazy
so
thing about this now, though, we
mhm.
know who we got in our top four. It's all about how do we have our top four.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know we got the same top four. It's just all about how do we got
Yeah,
our top four.
yeah.
So
Process of elimination will probably tell you who's in our top four for the most part. Yeah,
yeah,
and
so
now it's just a matter of what the order is for all of them. You
what the
feel me?
order is. So I'll let you take the cake. Who do you have at your four spot?
So my number four, this might be an unpopular opinion, but it's just how I feel right now. Number four is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for me.
Wow,
Yeah,
you shocked me with that one.
yeah,
That one was
number
a
four for
shocker.
me. Yeah,
Okay,
man.
okay.
Even though he's on my team and I'm repping for him, bro, I still gotta be objective about it. You feel me? I still think he's behind the other three players, in my opinion, just as a player. You know, I mean, you could argue the player above him is he's better than, but for me, I know what I see for the most part. I think Shea's just a little bit behind them in that sense, but nah, yeah, Shea. You want to talk about another three level scorer? Shea's on that level as well.
That level, he's getting there. That's why I say Ant's the best for sure, but he's getting there. Like,
Exactly. Nah, he's on that level. The only thing about Shea for me is that I think he has a deceptive type of 3 point shot. So it falls. It's a 3 point shot that falls,
it
but
depends on the type of, yeah,
he don't even really be taking the three like that. Like so
yeah.
and
So it's not a big
it
sample size.
it's yeah, it's not a big sample size. It's not really a part of his game like that. Like 3 point shooting, they really like it's there. He's gonna take the open ones and he's gonna event like occasionally step back for a three and stuff. But it's not a really big part of his game. His game is mostly everything in between the mid range, the finishing, and the free throws for the most part. His free throws have been his bread and butter for the past 2 seasons. He's led the league in free throws made both seasons. So but regardless of all of that, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, like the fact that 3 point shooting isn't a part of his game and he still averaged 32.7 points per game it just goes to show how effective he is in these other areas of the court, especially the free throw shooting. His ability to draw fouls is kind of insane. And actually, let me step back from the free throw shooting real quick, bro. His shooting just from the field alone, like his scoring just without the free throw shooting, because I know everybody's saying without free throws, Shea is an average ass player. This man Let this man shot the most shots in the entire game in the entire league last season. He still was able to shoot over 52% from the field for the most part on that. He averaged 32.7 points per game and shot 51.9% from the field. That shooting 22 shots a game. He and with only five of them coming from 3-point range for that matter. So his bag, most of his points are coming from, the floor itself. And it's it's super impressive because it's like you watch Shea and a lot of the moves he does be looking so simple, so smooth, and so like, it just looked nice to look at. And then you look at it and it's like, yeah, he's doing good. He's doing good out there. Next thing you know, he's finishing the game with 38 or 39 or
Yep.
something like that, bro. And you're like, where
Yep.
the fuck all these points come from? This nigga's just, he's just sneaky like that. He's really, really good at finishing. That's an underrated aspect of his game. But obviously the bread and butter of him, we all know, is his free throw shooting. He's able, like, he's getting beyond the calls that he gets from the refs, man. He's able to like draw fouls from pretty much any position that he stays in. I've seen him mid spin try to flare himself into getting a foul call to get to
Yeah,
the
I ain't
free
gonna
throw.
lie. He's so shifty. He can get past you so quick. Sometimes you have no choice but to foul him. Like I'm gonna be real. Like I was on that trend too. I was on that trend too though. I kind of still in on it. I kind of still do feel like he is a free throw merchant. I'm not going to ever not say that. But from me
No, he
actually,
is. He
from
is.
kind of
Yeah.
looking at him more like and watching his game this year, actually getting into Shea, I wouldn't say he's a crazy foul merchant, but he's learning how to get you to foul when he gets past you, slow you down because it be times where he has a hole and he'll kind of stop for you and force you to foul him. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
bro, like
exactly.
that's
Yep,
kind
a
of
lot of plays
crazy.
like
Like,
that.
so
He
it's
has a lot
like,
of plays like that where he'll also, my bad to cut you off, for he'll also
good.
like spin into the player and like bump in such a way where like if you don't like if you don't like, rush up on him fast enough, he is going to take the shot and make it. So the defender
Yep,
rushes up and that's when he drops his foul. Like
yep,
he did it all the time in against Minnesota, man. He was
yep,
cooking him with that. But yeah, nah,
yep.
as you were saying, my bad.
Basically what you just said, I was just gonna literally say the same thing you say. So, yeah, so four is a top to be in the top four is a good spot. So really, any spot that any of these top four players in to be in it is good. You're a top dog. You're a top dog. So
Mhm.
at my four, you might not like this, but I gotta do it. At my four, I'm going Greek freak. Um, at my
Yo,
number
wait,
four, I'm
wait,
going
Giannis?
Greek freak. And
Giannis.
and the reason why I'm going okay, so Giannis
I'm
came off
listening.
this
I'm
season where he averaged 30, 11, and 6. Those are beautiful numbers. But I have Giannis at my four because I think with the situation, remember what I said, it's going into the season. So it's not necessarily affecting off of last season. That's the reason, but it's more of what I think going into the season. And I think Giannis just has too much going on. Not saying he's going to have a drop off of anything of any sort. I'm not saying that at all. But I think that he just has so much going on that right now his main focus isn't basketball, as in the sense of I'm gonna come out here on the court and I'm gonna give you 30 a night, 12 and 6. But I think it's gonna be times this year where we kind of see like, okay, yeah. But I know it sounds crazy to have the Greek freak at my four, but he's still in the top four, so it's not that bad.
yeah. Did
It's
you
not
did
that
you
bad.
did you hear the part where you said he averaged 30, 11, and
I
6?
know. Leave me alone. I know. Leave me alone. And listen,
Hey,
listen, listen. I love the.
do you know he averaged not 50, but 60% from the field back to back seasons?
I know. Don't clown me on this one. Nobody clown me on this one. I love Greek Freak. And him being at my four, that's not taking it from nothing. And that doesn't necessarily mean I'm saying the top three players are better than him. No. But I think this upcoming season, these top three players will have a better season than Giannis. That's just my honest opinion. I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm not.
I just don't know, man. Kind of, I don't know, man. It's just I'm looking at Giannis's basketball reference right now, and his stats from the last two seasons. They got a lot of bold in them, man. I'm telling you, he got a lot of bold in them, man. A lot of bold. Led the league in most. He made the most field goals last season. Made the most twos and attempted the most twos. Attempted the most free throws, got the most defensive rebounds. I mean, besides all the bolds, like, bro, 30, 11, 12, really, 30, 12, and 6 on 60% from the field, not 50. We're talking Shaq percent from the field. All right, I don't see the numbers from any other player but Shaq. 60% from the field. But hey, he finished top three in the MVP voting as well. I mean, first All NBA first team. Um, hey, look, if he's number four, I mean, shoot, is it because he can't? Oh, he needs to reconnect. But is it because he can't shoot? Is it because he can't shoot? I understand he's only been um averaging in the 20s and 3-point percentage for like the past few years. But I mean, like, I mean, he's even aware of that, bro. He didn't even, he barely attempted a 3-point, one 3-point shot a game last season. Barely attempted one 3-point shot a game last season. I think he's higher than four, man. I think he's higher than four. Anything, I don't want to be higher than him. Like, but nah, it don't matter, man. Like, hey, look, I'll just wait for him to reconnect. That's crazy. Giannis at number four. Giannis at four. Giannis at four.
That sounds crazy. I know,
I'm
bro.
gonna have to. I'm gonna have to let that one marinate a little bit. I don't know, but we can move on to number three at least. We can move on to who our number third player in the league
Talk
is
about
right
that
now.
later.
Um, number three for me. Number three for me is going to be the boy, the Don, Luka Doncic, man, for the Los Angeles Lakers. Luka Doncic is one of the coldest white boys I've ever seen play the game of basketball. I was just going over my number three right now, and I had Luka Don the Doncic right now.
Okay.
Um, I'm just going over the fact that, in my opinion, like he's the coldest white boy I've seen play the game of basketball. In my opinion, he's one of the coldest white boys. There's only one person I've seen colder than him, and he's on the Dallas Mavericks right now. But Luka Doncic, yeah, nah, he is. I mean, he's just like that, man. Like, you watch him play the game of basketball. Like, I got all the stats in the world to talk to you about Luka Doncic, but let's just talk about how he plays the game of basketball. He's not that athletic. He's not that quick, but he is so shifty and crafty with the way he's able to get in, cut in through the lane and everything, that like he's able to just weave his way to 32 points a game, 33, 34 points a game and everything like that. His passing ability is top five in the league. He can get rebounds better than most forwards or people of his size. Um, he may not be the most efficient player in terms of field goal percentage and true shooting percentage, but he's still he's still super good in that aspect. 3-point shooting wise, he's a better 3-point shooter than his percentages will tell you. You'll see 36, 37%, and you'll think, all right, he's a good 3-point shooter. He's a pretty good 3-point shooter. Then, you watch him on the court and he's like, how is he not one of the best shooters in the league right now? Because some of the shots he be making is just freaking ridiculous. The step backs with the hand right on his face, swish.
Shorty.
Um, the when he drives in the lane, he does this little fake where he cuts in and then spins backwards to do a little fadeaway shot. He cooks players all the time with moves like that. Luka Doncic, I think he's as a basketball player, he's better than Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and a lot of other the players that I had below him. Even I mean, Wemby might be better. Wemby might be able to pass him, but like Edwards, Curry, KD, Brunson, Luka
Yeah.
Doncic is a better basketball player in my opinion, and all that because of his combination and his aggression in wanting to score.
Yeah.
Not just someone that he scores when he sees an open look. Nah, he looks like he's trying to like get an open look, like make the open look so that he can like put that ball in the basket. He also really good in clutch time. uh, Overall, Luka Doncic, man, like he's one of them players. He's one of those players, man. He's one of those.
Yeah,
Hall of
true.
Fame superstar legends, one of the once in a generation players, man. And we gotta appreciate him when we have him now, man. I still think he's been better. I think he's been better than Shea every year that they've been in the league for the most part. Even last season, I still think Luka's better than Shea. But yeah, that's why I have Luca at number three, in my opinion.
Okay, okay, valid, valid. Like I say, the whole top four is valid. Don't it's a shuffle about really your
Hmm.
preference. So that's definitely I can't even say bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all.
I got you. Yeah. Hmm.
At my number three spot, um, I'm gonna go with the reigning MVP, reigning scoring champion, blah blah blah, all that. I'm gonna go SGA. Like
Okay.
I kind of mentioned earlier, I was never like too much high on SGA or ever been a fan. Even when he was at Kentucky, I never really been a fan of Shea. But what Shea showed me this season, he showed me that that man is cold. Plus, I like the fact of he can play some very scrappy defense. Like Shea has no, I'm not gonna say scrappy defense. He has some straight defense, and he has some straight defense for him being a guard. He's able to pick your pockets, get low, get some steals. I love that in guards. I love guards that can get a steal. Like not might not be the best defensively on the court of guarding his man, but I'm able to pick this ball loose a lot. I'm able to get under you and get steals. And like you mentioned earlier, not even something we got to get too much into, but his scoring ability. I mean, a man is able to go from 25 to 35 in 2 minutes. And the man, it's times where I looked at the score, the man got 11 points going into the third quarter. Next thing you know, he got 35 when it's 0-0. Like, yo,
It'd
what
be
are you
so
doing?
sneaky. It'd be so
Like,
sneaky. Like
so he's so sneaky and streaky. So it's like, if you let him get started, you're fucked. You know what I'm saying? So I have him at my three. Like I said, this just going into the season, so a lot could change in 2, 3 weeks, a month. So this just going into the season. So I have him at my three.
hmm. All right, yeah. So you got number three. Number three for you is going to be Shea. Number three for me is Luka Doncic. So now we're moving on to our top two. Process of
And before we
elimination
get into our
players
top two,
losing
matter
both
of
of our
fact,
huh?
before we get into our top two, I want to throw out my honorable mention list. I had
Okay,
four
yeah,
people on my honor. I have four people on my honorable mention, and those four people was LeBron, Kane, Spider. I don't really too much remember. I didn't have four. I had three. I lied. So my honorable mention was Spider, LeBron, and Cade. No order, but that was my honorable mentions right there.
LeBron outside
Reason
of your
why I
top
kind of,
10.
huh?
LeBron outside top 10. That's a
Yeah, I know
little that's
it
funny.
sounds
Hey,
crazy,
that's a
but
first.
he's
That's a
right there.
first.
He's right there. He could have been in it, but
Could have been,
I really
but he
kind of
just missed
didn't put
it,
him
huh?
in it just because he's missing those first 2 weeks. So it's like, how are you going to come back? How are you kind of progressing yourself to play this season with you already being probably down a month or 3 weeks? So it's I'm kind of projectorizing off of that because, like you say, LeBron might not give us the LeBron we know. Then we have to knock him out of the top 10. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to really just project his career by just this injury alone right here. Off, you know what I'm saying? So kind of because he might not, he might come back and they might say, hey, Luca doing all the workload. So you never know. So I'm just trying to really projectorize off of that injury. But you gotta always have LeBron up there. Like you say, he's by far better than majority of the league, and he's 40.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I mean, it makes sense. He's year 22 at this year 23, I think this is for him. So um makes sense then, and his longevity is longer than pretty much every player at this point in history so far. So yeah, outside the top 10, I mean, it's about damn time for LeBron James, if
Yep.
you ask me. About damn time. But
Yep.
my honorable mentions, I had about three honorable mentions. Anthony Davis is going to be one of my honorable mentions. Donovan Mitchell as well. I think he's an underrated one. He was top tier. I would have put him in the top 10 in the 23-24 season, to be honest.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I would have put
But
Spider there.
but now he kind of fell out of that, to be honest. Not fell out, but other players have pushed up for to get ahead of him, like Brunson and
Yep.
Edwards for the most part. But
Yep.
and Wemby. But my last honorable mention for that is Banchero for the most part. Like you said, for when you put him at 10, I still think he has potential to get to a top 10 by the end of the season. And he has a scoring skill set, and he plays good enough defense to where he's not a liability or anything like that. But it's mostly his offense. His scoring skill set is going to it's going to take him far if he stays consistent with it and everything.
Yeah,
That's three honorable mentions. Anthony Davis,
yeah,
AD's kind of planetary, still a unicorn, still can average
yeah.
25 11 type shit. Still can get you 2 point something blocks, 3 blocks or something. But so, AD's there, Spider's there, Pablo's there. That's mostly my honorable mention. Brown
Okay.
almost made it, but eh, on Brown. He's good. He's just I don't know if I can put him on mention top 10. Good.
I like that honorable mention though. I like it. I like it. I like your honorable mention. So mine, the top of my three is gonna be like I said, LeBron, Cade, and Spider.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, top two. Like I said, process of elimination will
So
tell you what my top two is and who his top two is.
it's just about who's number one and who's number two.
Exactly.
So
Depends on who the other. So your top two players. Okay. All right. All right.
I kick
I'm gonna
off
let
the
you go.
top two, right? Yeah, I kick off the top two. My number two is Luka Doncic, and I really have not Giannis. I really have Luka at my number two because, like I say, I think he's gonna go crazy this season. I mentioned that in a video a couple days back. I think he's gonna go crazy. I think he's on a revenge tour right now. I think he's putting it together. Now that he's in the bright lights in a bigger city, so he knows then that every game is a superstar here. So now that he's in a big market. Now his games are going to be basically every national TV game. I think this is a season where Luca like really like shows us like, hey, oh shit, what's this Luca? Like we've seen it already. Is you know what I'm saying? But I think Luca just gets even 10 times better. Just now he's in a bigger market. And I just think this is a revenge tour for him. I think he's tired of coming in the top three, top four for MVP. I think he wants one this year. And I think this is the year he does it. So I got Luca at my number two.
Yeah, Luca. I didn't even mention that in my part. Yeah, he's got something to prove this season. Nico Harris kind of put a narrative on him that he's overweight and that's going to hinder his ability defensively and just overall performance on the court. He didn't want that. Luka Doncic already took the first step in losing the weight, but now he has to go on the court and show that he can still perform that way in the way that
Yeah.
Nico Harrison can't. So he's definitely going to have a crazy type of season in terms of proving that narrative or shutting that narrative down. So Luka Doncic, Luka Doncic, I don't know if he'd be top two, but I mean, like, I see your reasoning. I hear your reasoning why and everything like that. He's still top four regardless and everything that we mentioned. But I think should have been number two in the league right now. It's Giannis.
I know. The Greek
Yeah,
freak.
Giannis. Yeah, nah. Yeah, he deserves to be top two. Like I said, I don't know if anybody heard me before, bro. 30, 11, 6 on 60% shooting, back to back seasons. Like completed seasons. This ain't like he midway through this
I
season.
know.
That
That's that,
completed
and
seasons.
that's the crazy thing about it. He has so much dominance, but all four of the players in the top four has dominance too. So it's like it's kind of really hard to
hmm
pick. But Giannis' dominance is crazy though. Like
Giannis Dominus is crazy, but even then, I still think of the top four players, he's the best defender by a country mile, actually,
yeah,
by a
by country
country.
now.
Like he might be like he honestly is one of the best. He's still the top five defender in the league right now. To be honest, he's still that good defensively. He's still switchable. Maybe not from 2 to 5, but like 3 to 5 at least. He's still switchable in that sense. He can still rim protect. He's still quick as hell. Can still jump at least 30, 35 inches off the ground to foot 38. Uh, but this season he doesn't have much to be working for besides his numbers. Like they don't really have much of a championship hope, in my opinion, in Milwaukee this season. So I think his numbers are probably just going to go up for the most part. Which is crazy to say because he's already averaging 30 a game. To say they're going to go up from that to 31, 32 a game or something like that. The rebounds will probably stay the same. The assists will go down because his teammates ain't really the same. But
There ain't
I
nothing.
expect everything else to stay about the same. We're talking Shaquille O'Neal level of dominance out here. 30 on
Yeah.
60% from the field. I don't think you really understand that. Let me go look at another number. Since we moved on from field goal percentage, let me go tell y'all something, Russ. He's averaging that on 64 and 62 true shooting percentage out there, which means
That's
that for
no that
like, yo,
that's ins- that's
62%
insane.
shots. If he takes a shot, there's a 62% chance that he's going to get a point out of that. And
Exactly.
he's
That's
been
that.
doing
I ain't gonna lie.
years.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
man. Nah, Giannis dominance numbers. I don't know if Luka and Shea are touching what Giannis are doing, in my opinion, right now. So that is for Giannis. It's just kind of crazy, man. It's crazy how it's just crazy how good he's been and how good he developed from the rookie. See, like I don't know if y'all noticed about Giannis, man, but or me and Giannis, man, but Giannis is one of those players that I didn't really believe in to begin with. As a matter of fact, when I first heard him in the 2013 draft, bro, I thought he was going to the G League for real. I thought he was going to G League because I heard his stature. I'm thinking, I'm thinking in 2013, right? I'm thinking in 2013, okay, he's 6'9" because he was 6'9" at the time. He's 6'9". All right, he could play a bit of power forward then, right? Okay, he's weighs under 200 pounds. Okay, weighs under 200 pounds, 6'9". Oh, that sounds like KD. He can shoot though, right? Nah, he can't really shoot. Okay, maybe he can finish inside. He gets pushed around by defenders. So he's 6'9", but can't really shoot, can kind of defend, can't really drive inside. Uh yeah, he's got about 3 years in the league before he gets shipped to the G League. That's what I was thinking of him in my time, man. He's got
Ah,
3 years before he gets shipped to the G League with that one, bro.
yeah,
But
look what that boy done showed you.
no,
Showed you in the
look,
truth.
look what he has become, bro. For real, man. Like
Showed
that's
you
one
in
of
the
my worst
truth.
still one of my worst takes I've ever had in my career, in my basketball life, man. But yeah, I knew I was proven wrong. Like once that photo of him came out, where he was sitting on the bench holding basketball, and it said his muscles grew. I think his biceps were popping out of his fucking shirt or something like that at that time. That's when I was like, oh wait, no, I might be wrong about this kid. I might be wrong about him. That's when I figured out I might be wrong. But yeah, no, it's great to see how far Giannis has come from where he started from. He's already overachieved. He's already overachieved in terms of his career. He's a champion and multiple time MVP, depoy. He but in my opinion, he's still number two for me. In terms of how he ranks amongst the entire NBA and everything like that. So yeah, that's my number two, Giannis
And the
Antetokounmpo.
top off the list, because there's no need for us to say the same player twice. At our number one spot for both of us, it seems like, is the
Yeah,
man
it's the
himself, the myth, the legend, Joker.
Joker. Yeah, I mean, we all know ball with this one. It ain't really much to
Yeah, we know
debate. I
ball
mean,
with this
it
one.
ain't really
You don't
much
even
to
have
debate
to.
with this.
This all I'm gonna say. 30-point triple double from a center. That should be the only like that should clarify why he's number one. I shouldn't have to get into a whole debate
That
about it. Like
that should be
a
it. Yeah,
triple double
triple
from a
double, man.
center while still shooting what 59% from the field, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around
Like
there. I know it was high
57% from the field,
57
bro.
or
50, 40, 80 out here, bro.
50, 40, and 80 as a big while still facilitating. Facilitating.
You know what I mean, bro?
You
It's
average
like,
more
yo,
assists than point guards. And
you know what I
you
mean,
have more
bro?
assists than point guards. And
Averaging
it's
more
like
assists than
night in and
Luka
night out.
Day and
We
shit.
know. My fault to cut you off. Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
you good. You going.
And then it's like we know night in and night out, you're finna do everything. You're finna rock out our system. And we still find a way to we can't stop you. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like, yo,
bro.
we can't stop you. And it's like every time I turn on the Denver Nuggets game, it's like I barely see this man miss.
Yo, bro. Oh
It's
my
weird to see
gosh.
that man miss.
I've never feared a player more in my life than I did fear Jokic in the OKC series and that Oklahoma City series. I never feared a player more than in that series, man. It's like
And
when
look
he
how much y'all
touched
had
the
to do to
ball,
stop
bro.
him.
When the ball entered his hands, I was just praying it leaves his hands and not into the fucking basket too. I don't want him to have the ball when he's playing on the court, bro.
Exactly.
Nah.
And
I don't
and
want him
think
to have
about
the
how
ball
much y'all
because
had to do to stop him.
bro, we did everything, bro. We did everything we could to stop him just for him with 2 seconds left on the shot clock to go, yeah, what? What?
It's like this
What?
man doesn't
What?
miss. It's like, yeah, it's like so to me, he's been a consensus number one for probably 4 years going on now since he won that first MVP. Probably been consensus number one since then, in my
Mhm.
opinion. So I definitely have Jokic in my number one. It's not really too much to get into it, but you know why he's the number one. He's consensus number one. So
30-point triple double, man. He's been number one for the past 2 years, in my opinion. And he's really showing you why better than Giannis and all of them. But man, it's crazy. Like, I mean, I've kind of not always believed in Jokic. I didn't even know who he was till he won Most Improved Player. But I've always kind of like since he won Most Improved Player, I've kind of always been on his side of like, yeah, he might really be something special. I never thought he would be number one though. I'll be honest with you.
yep,
Like
yep,
best defensive in the league, yeah. He earned that one for sure.
he definitely earned that
He
one.
earned yeah, but that's gonna do it for our top 10 players,
Well, that's gonna
man.
do it for our
Top
top
10
10. This
here out
video
on here on the screen if you
This video, I'm letting you guys know now. This video is gonna have a lot of technical difficulties, but we love y'all, so we still gonna get it out. We love y'all, so we definitely still gonna get it out. But this video is gonna definitely have a lot of technical difficulties. So really, that's just our top 10 that we think coming into the season. We might have another top 10 2 weeks after the season started, 2 months after the season starts. So that's just really our top 10 coming into the season as of the news that's going on, how the season's gonna start for you, how you finished off last season,
exactly.
what's the hype around you. So that's really what the list was made for. So um y'all give us some video ideas in the comments. Y'all drop y'all hot takes. If y'all ever want to be on the show, let us know. We'll get y'all on here. Other than that, y'all can get us on on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, whatever social, all that is in the link in the bio. Y'all like, subscribe, comment, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell everybody. And like we say, we just two brothers, P and Josh, who talk basketball. So we'll see y'all next time we drop. Peace.